The inner material of the tube, upper material is a transparent cover through which sun rays can pass through. The inner side of a tube, this tube inner side, is a absorber material which will absorb this heat collected. Just beneath it, this U tube is there, which in which water is passed. So absorbed heat will be transferred to the water in this tube and water will get heated. And this assembly is enclosed in a vacuum. As you know, vacuum means there is no any medium. So heat transfer takes place here through the conduction. Direct heat transfer due to touching of this tube. So with the outer collector. Okay, so heat transmission takes place, water get heated and temperature is maintained due to the vacuum. So I'll give you one of the best example where vacuum we are using and we are maintaining the temperature, so that you all will accept that how vacuum is used for maintaining the temperature. Everybody is using Milton bottle, right? Milton water bottle. So what we are doing there, we are putting a hot or a cold liquid inside the bottle, and it remains hot or cold in its original state for say 6 to 12 hours minimum, right? So how is it possible? So again there is a vacuum created between the outer and the inner glass tube or inner tube or a bottle. You can say there are two bottles, one within the other, outer one and inner one. In between the gap there is a vacuum, so whatever liquid you pour into, whether it is hot or cold, will remain hot or cold. So I hope you have understood how vacuum will work here to maintain the temperature. Okay. So this is evacuated tube collector. Let us move further. So this is a solar air heater. Now up till now we have seen how heat is transferred to the liquid liquid water. Now just the medium is changed, which is a air heater. So you can see here again it is a tilted one at 43 degree to get the maximum solar radiations. So this is a glass cover through which solar radiations will pass into. There is a air inlet, air outlet. So cool air will come from here and hot air will come out from this end. This is a collector. So again this is enclosed, only opening for air is provided. So uh, solar radiations falling on this cover will get absorbed here, and this is the absorber plate which is shown carbon scaled with float glass. So it is again dark in color to absorb the maximum amount of heat, and heat transfer takes place. So principle wise it is similar to that of a water heater, only the difference is instead of water we are passing the air through the gap. So while crossing here, the heat collected will get transferred to the air and hot air will come out. This is solar air heater. The next is the concentrator. So among 5 types we have seen, first 3 are collectors and last 2 are the concentrators. So again understand the difference between a collector and a concentrator. In collector, directly the radiations fall on a flat plate and get absorbed. Purposely we are using black body to absorb maximum amount of heat. Whereas in case of a concentrator, we make use of a mirror, and concentrator main function is to focus all the radiations falling on it. So it could be a point focusing or it could be a line focusing, depending upon the structure what you are using. Okay. So this is cylindrical parabolic concentrating collector. So as you can see, um, this is a central heat pipe. So it is acting as a receiver where all the focused light will fall on. So here we are making use of a line focusing and not a point focusing. Now this circular shape is a reflective coating or mirror. So either we can use a mirror or it could be a reflective coating. So nowadays some small foils are also available, thin foils whose coating can be provided to act it as a mirror. So either mirror could be used or some reflective coating can be used. So the shape is designed in such a way that all the radiations falling on this reflective coating mirrors will get focused on a line or a central pipe. So the shape of this is like a parabola, and hence it is parabolic concentrating collector. Now one more thing I have shown here, which is a motoring assembly, because generally it is rotated in the direction of the sun to achieve the maximum solar radiation. So as shown in the figure, this is a north side, this is south side, this is east, and this is west. So this will, with the help of motoring assembly, this whole structure will move from east to west as per the rotation of the sun, and we can have maximum amount of maximum efficiency we will get by rotating it along with the sun. So this rotation is single axis rotation, which is from east to west, from sunrise to sunset. Okay. So with the help of reflecting material, we can achieve higher temperature. So here we can get temperature up to 400 degrees centigrade. I'll cover the last type and then we are going to stop and we'll solve if you have any doubts in last 5 minutes. So parabolic dish collector. So parabolic dish, many of you have seen it. So it looks like a circular dish. Okay. So here it is the example of a point focusing. In the last diagram we have seen line focusing. Now here it is a point focusing. So this is a concentrator made up of a mirror. So all sunrays falling on it will get reflected at the central point where the receiver is placed, and then absorbed heat could be converted into, I mean, it could be transferred to the water or air. So whatever medium we want to heat up, that we can pass through the receiver to get the temperature difference. Or here we can also convert it into electricity and then connect it to the grid. So this is a parabolic dish collector. With the help of concentrators, any concentrator, I mean point focusing or a line focusing, we will get comparatively higher temperature as compared with the flat plate collector. So these are the temperature ranges of various collectors. We have seen parabolic trot, we have seen parabolic dish, we have seen flat plate. So efficiency of a flat plate collector is around 60%. Then parabolic dish is also 60-65% max, and parabolic trot with glass reflectors are more effective, which can give us 80% of efficiency. Okay, and here temperature ranges are given. You have to just multiply it. I mean, flat plate is available for around 80 to 100 degrees centigrade, then parabolic dish, and we can get highest temperature with the parabolic trots. So one picture I have shown you, which is a solar farm, which looks like when high amount of solar energy is generated and transferred to the grid. So when we have a big raw land, then we can go for a solar farming and we can generate huge amount of electricity. Okay. So applications we'll see in the next session.